Okay. So there is a tendency for humanity to focus on the negative, and it's I've heard the analogy likened to a wall that's white that just has a few black dots on it. And where does our vision and our gaze go to? It goes to the black dots and not to the white wall, right? And so the white wall can be considered absence of thought, where everything is just pure potential. It hasn't it hasn't made up its mind yet to become an object. So it's just pure potential, the backdrop. And the black thoughts, the black dots, are any kind of thought that arises where consciousness will go to in order to understand itself, to find itself. The thoughts that arise that are pleasant, and they don't grab the attention of a consciousness in the same kind of way. It's not as sticky. It has more of the ephemeral nature of the white wall. It's not as concentrated. The stickiness comes from believing in something. It actually is more dense, has more weight, it's more dense. And so the gravitational force of consciousness just goes there, and if it doesn't know itself as in an awakened kind of way, as pure consciousness, it will know itself as that dense consciousness, and it will identify with that. It'll believe in it. I am that negative thought. I am that suffering. I am that pain. Whatever it is. And so, in between thoughts, we have all these gaps that we just don't pay attention to. Right? So, a thought arises, and it seems like they come endlessly, but it's not completely true. There's all this space in between every single thought. There's space. But the space itself hasn't become aware of itself yet. And so consciousness, it like leaps from black dot to black dot, believing that that's what it is. And it strings them together like a necklace of thought. And for many people, it's negative thought. And joy arises, and it's a beautiful thing, but it passes just like a cloud over a blue sky. It just passes. And we enjoy it, but what gets most of the attention? The clouds. Where does consciousness usually focus on? That's why it's liberating and freeing to know yourself as the backdrop, as the space in between the stickiness of thought. And you're concerned about your friends and their suffering, and the best thing that one can really do is to know for oneself that know oneself as the spaciousness that the thoughts arise in, and that can mirror to another what someone is in truth. And over time, that stickiness starts to become less sticky. The glue that consciousness has on its identification with suffering, it eases. Yeah. And even when it's believed in, or you see someone suffer or you're suffering yourself, even then, what those thoughts are made up of, in truth, is consciousness, is vastness of being. It's just condensed. It's denser, it's heavier, because it's identified with and believed in. But what it's made up of, that black dot, is made up of the same substance as all the white wall. It's the same substance. So it believes in itself as long as it does. It doesn't change in essence who someone is, what someone is. Okay? You're free no matter what.